PGA Championship was just finished. Brooks Koepka won the championship. He played really good. To me, Brooks Koepka is not my favorite golfer. Don't really like him. Kind of, I don't know, just seems kind of, I don't know, just a jerk. If you watch Netflix's Full Swing, you kind of see him. Kind of, I don't know, just thinks he's amazing. But Brooks Koepka won at 9 under at Oak Hill in Rochester, New York. This course was very difficult the whole week. On Saturday, I believe it rained the majority of the day. Guys were wearing rain gear, rain jacket, rain pants. Scotty Scheffler looked like he was wearing a tracksuit and was like an Italian mob member yesterday. The course was so difficult. They were hitting balls out of the rough, which was super thick. And it was like me playing golf, chunking a ball out of the rough that goes like 50 yards in the middle of the fairway, or 50 yards into the rough again, or 50 yards into a creek. Yeah, so this was one of the harder PGA championships. It's kind of set up a lot like a US Open, very difficult. But Brooks Koepka shot 9 under, which is pretty good for such a hard course, and only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys shot under par. So that's like 40, 50, 60 guys that shot over par. And a lot of the really top players shot over par with besides Brooks Koepka, who was first 9 under. Scotty Scheffler was second at 7 under. Victor Hovland 7 under and tied for second. He was in that final group. Scotty shot 5 under on the day. So he was the clubhouse lead at 7 under going into the last hole, but Brooks was already at 9 under and part of the last hole to take him his third PGA Championship and fifth major. So he's put himself up there with some of the best golfers of all time, I would say. 5 majors, it's not super common, and he's been hot. Played really good in the major or in the Masters. Obviously won the PGA Championship, and we'll see what he does next at, I believe it's the US Open. Yeah, because they moved the US Open. They moved the PGA Championship in front of the US Open when it used to be in like August. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. There's just so many good golfers, so you have no idea who's gonna win at any time. Like Bryson DeChambeau, he tied fourth at 3 under, and he hasn't really been playing great. I haven't heard his name on a leaderboard in a long time. He missed the cut at the Masters. Rory shot 2 under. Patrick Cantlay shot 1 under. And then probably the story of the week is Michael Block. He is a PGA Tour professional at a golf club, I think in California. Not exactly sure where, but if people don't know, a PGA Tour professional, they're usually at every golf club. They do lessons, help out with daily operations, do all kinds of stuff, help out in the community. So I believe a certain number of them can make it into the PGA Championship and maybe other majors, but he made it, and he did amazing. He was tied for 15th, 1 over, and the best part of his day was on par 3, 15. He dunked a hole in one, just on the fly straight in. Pretty incredible. There's a video of his home club back in the clubhouse. A bunch of people were there for a watch party, and they're just going nuts. It's a crazy story. He won like $300,000 when a lot of other PGA Tour professionals didn't even make the cut. So pretty crazy. And he shot 1 over, and you got to be like, if I'm him, you got to be so proud of yourself, because he beat like Tommy Fleetwood. He beat the world number one, John Rahm, who shot, scrolling down because he did not play good. He shot 7 over. So he beat the number one player in the world. He beat Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Max Homa, Dustin Johnson, Phil Mickelson, Zach Johnson. uh, Tony Finau, just a ton of guys. And then there's guys like Ricky Fowler, who was cut, who I thought was going to have a good week. Jason Day, who was cut, who won the Byron Nelson the week before. So golf majors are just always exciting, especially when it gets down to the last couple of days. You have no idea what's going to happen going into it. A no-name guy can just light the world on fire all the way to the final round. Then a star, usual like steady star, will kind of win it. But it's just always fun. Excited for the U.S. Open. I believe it's in June. So yeah, Masters in April, PGA Championship in May, U.S. Open in June, and then the Open in July, which is always my favorite because it starts so early in the morning. You can just wake up on the weekend, just turn on golf and watch till like 1 in the afternoon, then maybe go play golf yourself. Um, so that'll wrap up PGA Championship. Congrats to Brooks Koepka, even though I don't like you that much at all. Fifth major, pretty incredible. And now we'll get to MLB, which as Cardinal fans, we got to be pretty dang happy. We are playing very good baseball right now. We took 3 out of 4 of the Dodgers against the Dodgers. I believe last we had an episode, it was Thursday, so right before the Dodgers series. And this was a big test for us because the Dodgers obviously are super good. They are top in the NL West, I believe, 29-19 now after we beat them 3 times out of 4. And a team that's top tier in baseball. So um trying to find our day. I believe Thursday was the day we lit the world on fire and set a Busch Stadium 3 record of, excuse me, 7 home runs, which was crazy to watch. It was so fun to watch the guys just rake. Um, Wilson Contreras had 2 home runs. He's kind of putting away that kind of that you can't be a catcher. Like he's playing incredible. He was 2 for 5, had 6 RBIs that game, 2 homers. Um, yeah, everyone was just crushing the ball. DeYoung hit the whenever it was Contreras hit the home run, Nolan hit the home run, Edmund hit a home run, uh, then Yepes hit a home run. Uh, or not Edmund did not hit a home run, but Juan Yepes pinch hit for him and hit a home run because Edmund and New Bar, they had that collision and Edmund left early, but he's doing good. He had a great game today. And then Gorman, who, oh my gosh, we got to sign him to a lifetime contract because this guy is just playing out of his mind right now. He is, it's just, it's just awesome. He's batting through this game, through today. He's batting 302, 13 homers, 39 RBIs, 391 on base percentage, 640 slugging, and a 103 OPS, which is ridiculous. He's leading our whole team in. He's first from our team for average home runs, RBIs, slugging, and OPS. He's just playing incredible, and obviously he dominated on Thursday against the Dodgers. Who I'm trying to remember who pitched. Oh, it was Julio Urias, who was like top Cy Young guy yet last year, and he's been struggling this year, and we just annihilated him. Yeah, and Paul DeYoung also hit a home run. He's kind of having a resurgence right now, which I know a lot of people are waiting for him to just kind of fall off a cliff, but he keeps hitting. So as long as he keeps hitting, you got to have him in the lineup. And then so Friday was the game we lost. We lost 5-0, I believe. Got to pull it up here really quick. Yeah, we kind of used all our runs on Thursday. They had Tony Gonsolin pitch. He's been fantastic. He was amazing last year. He barely pitches that many innings, but he's always so good. Yeah, the bats were just not going. On Friday, lost 5-0. Mookie Betts hit a 3-run homer. Freddie Freeman just got 2 hit. He was 2 for 4, and just I feel like every time he's up against us, he just always gets a hit, at least a single. Usually does a lot of damage, but yeah, not a great game Friday. So we'll just stop talking about that one and talk about our game on yesterday, Saturday, where we that was a big one for us. Yeah, incredible game. Cardinals got out to a 3-0 lead. Um, yeah, this game was awesome. JD Martinez had that homer to tie it up. And then I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. And then I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, but I think Newbar may have got not Newbar. Edmund got on, and then Goldschmidt got walked, and then they walked Goldschmidt to get to the lefty-lefty matchup with Nolan Gorman. And everyone's always saying Nolan can't hit lefties. Ollie Marmol has like no faith in Gorman because he always sits him. But now you gotta you gotta hit him. You gotta put him in the lineup at all times because he just hit an absolute nuke for I believe his seventh go-ahead home run, which is second in major leagues against Aaron Judge with the go-ahead home run, and Aaron Judge has 8. And so yeah, Nolan Gorman is on. He's on a freaking tear, and it's just awesome to see how well he's improved this year over last year. He has as many home runs, RBIs as he did last year in half the at bats. I think I saw someone tweet he's on pace for like 55 home runs and 150 RBIs right now, and for like 162 game season. I don't think that'll happen. I think he's going to hit at least over 30 homers. He could get to 40, and be awesome to see him hit over 100 RBIs. The guy you would not expect to have those kind of numbers when you have Goldschmidt and Arenado. And Goldie and Arenado are hitting. Arenado's getting hot. Goldie's just being cool, calm, steady Freddie, just dominating every day. But getting back to the game, Saturday, Michaelis pitched good. He kind of fell apart a little bit. He gave up 3 runs, but 7 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts. It's a quality start. Yeah, we played so good. It was a little shaky there at the end. Helsley pitched the 8th, got through that, and they brought him back out for the 9th, and he was struggling. Gave up 2 hits right off the bat. It was either 2 or 3. I can't remember exactly. And then they didn't bring Gallegos in with runners on second and third and no outs. And he had to go through, I believe they pinch hit and brought in Outman, their rookie who's been playing really good. He got him to pop out, I believe. And then they had Will Smith. Yes, Will Smith, their catcher, he's batting 314, 403 on base, 975 OPS. He's been playing amazing this year. Top catcher in the league, one of the top catchers. He got him out. I believe he did drive in Chris Taylor, who was on third. So then that left Jason Hayward. No, it was either Chris Taylor. I think it was David Peralta. Yeah, David Peralta scored, and Jason Hayward was on second. If you're a Cardinal fan and you like Jason Hayward, something's wrong with you because when he left, he did not leave pretty. Made some remarks to the Cardinals, so I'm not a fan of him at all. But getting back to it, we got Will Smith out. I believe he hit a fly ball to Lars Nootbaar, and Nootbaar made the smart decision of not trying to gun the guy out at home. Like, yes, it could have been a double play. We could have got out of the game, but he threw to third to prevent Hayward from getting moving up a base to be. So then, like, if a single happens, he's easily going to score. Because now when he was at second, because Nootbaar threw to third. If there's a single, you could have a play at the plate. So smart play by Nootbaar. And then Mookie Betts came up, future or former MVP, and Gallegos got some pretty good calls, little outside calls. Got to 3-2 outside fastball that rang him up. The umpire rang him up. It was electric. The stadium was packed. It was just a great day in St. Louis for the boys. And I'm so happy he got Mookie Betts out because if Freddie Freeman came up, he was going to do something because he just hits the living crap out of the ball. And it was just electric. The Gallegos strikeout to end the game. After Gorman hit that home run, he spiked the bat. That was electric. The boys are just playing good. And so it's a big 6-5 win. And then that brings us to today. We won 10-5. The guys just keep hitting. Arenado 3 for 4. He's up to 275 batting average. I think like a couple weeks ago, or even a week, he was at like 250. And so he's really getting it together, which is great to see. Tommy Edman had a 3-hit game. Paul DeYoung, he keeps setting his batting 282 on the season, 364 on base. He had 2 hits, 4 RBIs. He hit another home run, his 7th of the year. And then Oscar Mercado, who I'm sure a lot of Cardinal fans know because we're like by far the best fan base. We're so passionate. We know so much about the game. We drafted him back in 2013 in the second round, I believe. We traded him to Cleveland for some minor leaguers. And now we signed him back, I think, to a minor league deal this year. Called him up because Carlson got hurt. And he's been playing great for us so far in like the couple games he's played. He was 3 for 4 today. He had 5 RBIs. He's batting 545 on the season. Yes, it's like 2 games, but still, he just brings, I don't know. I really like him up here just because he gives us speed, he gives us defense. Personally, whenever Carlson goes back, I'm assuming Yepes or Burleson are going to go down, and you got to keep Mercado up. I don't know, he just offers more to me than Yepes and Burleson. Like, we got the guys who can hit, but I'd rather have a guy who can play defense in the outfield and offer some versatility. I guess he's not going to have a lot of power, but he's been hitting the cover off the ball right now. So I think you got to keep him up here while he's hot. When like Burleson's batting 229, 283 on base, and then Yepes is batting 226, 250 on base. So like they aren't playing that good. So you got to keep up the guys hitting good. And Burleson scares me in the outfield. Every time a ball's hit to him, I have no idea if he's going to catch it or not. He kind of stutters his steps. Yeah, I don't know why he plays so much, but I don't know. It's beyond me. Uh, but yeah, Cardinals are playing good, and we got a very favorable schedule coming up too. So we won 3 out of 4 against the Dodgers. We have been 8-2 our last 10, which is we're third in the NL Central now. We were last a couple days ago. We are third. We're 5 games back to Milwaukee, who's only 4 games above 500. Thank goodness we play in this awful division. We're above the Cubs. We knew the Cubs suck. They always suck. Cincinnati's last in the division. Pittsburgh's second. Milwaukee's obviously first. But our next 4 games are against the last place team in our division, and that is the Cincinnati Reds at Great American Ballpark. Hopefully our guys can keep just mashing the ball and hitting homers because we're knocking the cover off the ball. And we know Great American Ballpark is a hitter-friendly ballpark. And then after that 4-game series at Cincinnati, we go to Cleveland. And Cleveland has, to me, been very underperforming this year. Let me find them real quick. They're 20-25. And I don't know what their deal is. I know Kristen McKenzie's hurt and he's out for a while. But like they still got Jose Ramirez, Andres Jimenez, Josh Bell, but I don't think any of them are really been playing great lately. So we need to win at least 2 out of 3 in Cleveland. I think we got to win at least 3 out of 4 against Cincinnati. The one game against Cleveland that will be hard is we play Shane Bieber, who's a stud pitcher. I wouldn't mind trading for him. But we should win these series. And then after that, we play Kansas City at home. And we got to beat Kansas City. They are terrible, just awful. And then after that, the first weekend in June, we play at Pittsburgh. I will be at those games, so hopefully I'll bring some extra luck to the Cards. Hopefully they keep winning, because I think Pittsburgh's they're really falling off. They are. Let me find it. I know that's not good, but they have been 3-7 in their last 10 games. Not good. They were first in the division. Then they lost like 9 in a row. So yeah, they've been down bad, but we have a very favorable schedule. Very, very favorable. And then after that, we play Texas 3 games. And since we have a good stretch of like 20 games where we could win easily like 15 out of 20, or I think 15 out of 20 is like a good goal to set. I think we could win that easy. So yeah, very excited about the Cardinals. We're on our way up, only 5 games back, as I said earlier. I think we're gonna get this division. I think we're gonna be up there at the top of the division. Maybe by the end of June, maybe even sooner. We're just playing really good baseball right now. Our pitchers are pitching good. Our bullpen does scare me every time they come in. I will say that. Especially I didn't like that Helsley kind of let up some runs and hits there yesterday, but Gallegos has been incredible. Um, yeah, I just think more consistent pitching obviously is our biggest issue. More consistent pitching. We've got Libby up here now. He pitched incredible. Hopefully he gets another start. Michaelis has started to settle down. Yeah, the boys are humming. Yeah, so it's it's a great time to be a Cardinals fan. We're kind of going from the bottom and we're just working our way back up to the top. And I still think we're gonna win the division. Um, so to get to some around the around the league news before we wrap up, uh, kind of go through some of the standings, I would say. Uh, Tampa Bay is still in the American League East. They're still dominating. But then kind of a surprise is second in the American League East is the Baltimore Orioles, who also have the second best record in the major leagues at 31-16, which to me is kind of crazy. I did not think they would be playing this good of baseball right now, especially because they really didn't have a ton of crazy good pitchers. I'm looking at their stats right now. It looks like a lot of their pitchers are pitching not bad. They're not giving up too many runs. Kyle Gibson's been kind of terrible, but and Dean Kramer. Um, but yeah, they're just finding ways to win. They obviously have the stud Adley Rushman batting 279, 7 homers, 24 RBIs, stud. Cedric Mullins is kind of he's playing good, 263, 7 bombs. Austin Hayes is playing good. And then kind of their big bright spot, or he was, but he's kind of fallen off now, but was Jorge Mateo, but now he's batting 244. He was in the 300s. So yeah, the Orioles are just finding ways to win, which is to me is very surprising. The Yankees are third in that division. They've been 8-2 in their last 10. They've been kind of heating up. There are 9 games over 500, but it kind of seems like the Yankees and Cardinals, two of the best franchises in the Major League Baseball, are kind of both heating up because the Yankees weren't playing great, obviously not as bad as the Cardinals, but they're both playing bad, and now they're starting to win. Boston's fourth, and then kind of the surprise is Toronto's last in the AL East. They are 3 games over 500, but they've lost 4 in a row, 4 and 6 are the last 10, and that's very surprising. I know they've had been struggling in the pitching department, but yeah, you kind of believe the Blue Jays are going to turn around. They just their hitting so good. But yeah, it's crazy. Baseball's a long season. You have ups and downs, and Toronto is having a down right now. And then AL Central, the two Central divisions are by far the worst. Minnesota's 25-21, leading the division. Detroit's second, 4 games under 500, but 4 games back. Cleveland is third. White Sox have been awful, and then Kansas City's 14-34. Yeah, it's ice to me. It's still Minnesota or Cleveland that division. If Cleveland turns it around, which they have the dudes, but Minnesota's been playing really good. AL West, a team that I don't think a lot of people thought would be leading the division. It's the Texas Rangers at 29-17. They've won 7 of the last 10, playing great. But then second behind them is the Houston Astros, who I believe just got back Jose Altuve, which is great to have on your team. Um, I believe he was. Let's see how he played. He got like 1 hit, so like his average is trash right now, but he's back, so that's obviously going to help. They've won 9 of the last 10, so they're on the rise. The Angels are third. Seattle's fourth. Seattle just can't get anything going. 2 games under 500 still. And a lot of people thought they would, a lot of people pick them to win the World Series this year. Um, so yeah. And then obviously last in the AL West, the worst team that it could honestly go down as the worst team in MLB history, the Oakland A's. 10 and 38. They're already 20 games back behind Texas. The run differential is negative 168. That's terrible. I think a AAA team may be able to beat them. So it's just crazy. And then NL East, Atlanta, top spot. They've been playing incredible. Miami is second. 2 games over 500. They've been playing good baseball. The Mets just doing what Mets do, underachieving expectations. They're 1 game over 500. Philly, and then the Washington and last. We've already talked about the Central. And then AL West, Dodgers leading, Arizona second, only a game and a half back. Arizona's a young team that's been playing good, kind of like Baltimore. Kind of surprising team, a lot of young, really good players. Kind of, I would say, playing better than expectations and kind of playing to those expectations probably season earlier, a season to a season. Oh my gosh, can't speak. A season to like a season or two seasons up before they thought they'd be good. Man, I cannot speak. Uh, San Francisco third, and then San Diego is fourth. They're 20 and 26, 1 and 9 in their last 10. Um, don't forget they got Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts, Fernando Tatis. They got guys, and they're just not performing. I would be lying if I say it does not bring a smile to my face. I think it's very funny, but that's very crazy. And then Colorado is last in the AOS. So yeah, that's kind of around the league. Baseball's heating up. It's about to be the only sport on for a couple months before NFL, college football start up. So yeah, exciting time with the NBA finals and Stanley Cup finals going on. Baseball's heating up. Really getting to know which teams are starting to play good, which players are starting to have like legit seasons. So yeah, very exciting. Thank you guys for all listening. Sorry you had to hear AJ complain about the Lakers, probably make some excuse, just talk about LeBron for a really long time. But yeah, hopefully we have an exciting. I bet we'll have a show together Thursday this week. AJ may do a couple nightly daily updates maybe this week, maybe Wednesday. I don't know when the Lakers play. I think either Monday or Tuesday. I would say Monday, so he'd probably do one after, unless they lose, then he probably wouldn't because it'd be too sad crying in his LeBron jersey. But we will see. Um, Follow us on all our stuff. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.